We're live. As soon as I see one person join, here we go. Go high goals. How we see. Two. Okay. Don't want to leave? Want to live at Disney World? Let's make it a realty reality. Everything from Dr. Phillips to Davenport, Clermont to Kissimmee, Winter Garden or Windermere, and Disney's own Celebration and Golden Oak. I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and this is Disney at your doorstep. I think we're live now.
We're live.
And how does the microphone say at the bottom? Does it say it?
We're solid.
Okay, good. That's goody. Anybody wants to say hello, say hello. Love to know who's watching. Okay, and we're going to turn off the air conditioner a little bit. So we're right here. We're still in Winter Garden, and we're going down a road called Fleming's Road, which is lined by orange trees, which are on valuable property, and they're going to be gone soon anyway. So it's a shame. Whenever I see these trees, I wish they could grab them out of the ground, grab all the roots, and deliver a couple of them to my backyard. But they won't do that.
Now, aren't these orange trees? I think these were the ones that didn't survive, or there's a certain segment up here that didn't survive the frost. And
yeah, well, they weren't. You know what? They weren't cared for because they knew they were going. That's why they were allowed to. Now, some of them did get a fungus virus, but look at this. They're expanding this road here, and we're going to point out where we are. Directly in front of us is Epcot, and you could see fireworks from the top of this hill right here. Well, we're going to drive to CAGAN Crossing. So I'm going to show you how close it is to Disney World. We're going to go through the back way, and we're going to hit this new community. And I've got pricing, I've got models, I've got inventory. I just saw a dead mouse.
yeah. So when you come up off of this hill,
yes,
right straight ahead. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Probably can't, but.
And I wish I could zoom in, but I can't.
No, this doesn't allow zoom.
But you can see the Epcot ball.
The Epcot ball. You could see a little swan and dolphin.
Way off to the, well, it's kind of off to the right there.
And as we mentioned in the part, that is not the Grand Floridian, but it looks like it.
Yeah. And then straight ahead, so if you went straight through that light.
Disney Springs, we see
the
Disney Springs, you can see the hot air balloon.
Yep.
And you can only see that when it's up. So there's people out there right now. It's just really cool. I've done that once.
I live right up there. I live about maybe a mile or so up that way. Not even. And then right there is Western Way. So this takes you into Disney on the western side. I'm just going to give them a little idea of where we are. That would be your main entry point into Disney on the western side.
And we're going to turn, though. We're going to turn away from it.
Yep.
So right now you're 3 miles from the entrance to Disney World about. But we're going down this road, which is called Avalon Road.
And this is going south on Avalon Road?
Exactly. And those of you who have followed me know I talk about the Oasis over and over and over and over and over again. I'm like, because I'm just so excited about it. I have 7 people signed up for the Oasis, which is fantastic. They're really a terrific builder. They have been very responsive about my people that I've signed up, and they've been staying in touch with them, which I'm really pleased about. But right back here is where you're going to be seeing these homes coming in. So really nice that they're all.
Yeah, you'll see it open up here in just a minute, I think.
I mean, when I first calls when I'm on live stream. Okay, now she's going to call back in 5 seconds. Okay. Anyways, I love Connie. Connie is, by the way, you're going to hear a lot about the charity that I'm working on with her. She's fantastic lady. So anyway, so right back here is, and there's there's little lakes and ponds back here that they're building on. Absolutely beautiful. But imagine these people right here. Oh my God,
they're right in.
They're right. This is a beautiful home that sold at like $600.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
It's
that
gorgeous.
is.
But I don't think they would have liked the fact that there's all this construction going around.
Yeah.
So this road is closed. This is Old Hartsall. When I first moved here, that was a dirt road. Many years ago. I remember when I was just a boy, I used to go by my bicycle around that road.
Now,
but it's really, I mean, and look at this. All this land is up for sale, and eventually it's going to be bought. It's going, eventually, and there will be growth. You can't, unfortunately, you can't stop it. Here's how many acres? 140 acres for sale. If you want to buy it, contact me. If you're a developer, please contact me. I'll help you out with that. 140 acres. In this back area is the most unique homes I've ever seen. They're minutes from Disney World, but there's no HOA.
Yeah.
And you can do what you want with your property. You can rebuild it. I've seen some amazing stuff in there, right on lakes.
Yeah.
Right on lakes. It's just beautiful.
I do get the vibe though that when you go through there, I get the vibe that those people don't want all this new construction coming up, but it is what it is.
So that's why a lot of them will sell out.
Yep.
They'll go. But I think hold on.
Now we're crossing
I say hold on to that, because you never know, who will pay to be that close to where they work, if they're an executive at Disney.
Now we're making a right down here on a 192.
192. We're almost.
That is, I forget what that is over there.
That's an apartment complex. Yes.
Just apartment complex.
Very nice looking. Very nice. That's Culver's. One of my favorite places to eat when I'm not on a diet.
Diet?
Yeah.
Diet? Huh? I don't know anything about diets. I heard that word somewhere.
There's a lot of growth around here in development. It's really much different than what it was. I used to live like about 1 mile down in the other direction. So now we're going to turn as if we lived here and we're going back home. We're going home.
Well, Disney's home. That's the other way.
Yes, that's true. I always think it's funny when people say, I'm going home to Disney. If you lived here, it would be home.
Right.
For me, I live at Disney. I see fireworks at night, and I don't have to go get through all those people to get home. I just saw the fireworks. I turn off the lights and go to bed. It is surreal for me to be this close.
Yeah.
There's Aldi. There's the Publix right at the corner here.
Yeah, this Publix. Actually, we found a really good Chinese place in there, and I say that with a lot of respect to Chinese places, because there's not a good one down here that I've found. This place.
Oh, really?
This Chinese food in here is, if you're used to the Chinese food up north, the Chinese food in there is probably more like it than a lot of the ones that I've been to. And that's just my opinion, obviously. But, you know, I just recently moved from the Northeast. And if you want Northeastern Chinese food, which I don't know why it's so different, but it's very good in there.
And here we are returning before the 27th.
Yep.
Now, this is called Four Corners. The reason it's called Four Corners is it's 4 counties that come together. Orange, Osceola, Lake, and Polk all come together right in this area. Behind here, now this is interesting because right up here is the Walmart and the Lowe's. Okay, so this is right behind that. Now, but it's back enough so that you don't see them, but this is the way you enter. Originally, I thought, well, gosh, you know, you're so close to, who wants to have that right there? No, you're back far enough so that you don't see it. This is an over 55 community that is apartments.
Yep. That's where my mother-in-law lives. She's in those apartments.
Oh, well, we'll not stop in there. I don't want to see it.
You New Jersey people don't want to see each other, huh?
No, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
No. But it's and that's, you know what? It's apartment living. I like buying because you have equity. So look, this is all new. This is a gated community. They usually don't close gates until the whole place is sold out because there's a lot of construction going on. But take a note of the lot numbers. Lot 04, lot 05. Okay, so we're right in the beginning because a lot of these, there are some units in here that are, wow, isn't this? So right here in
there's lots available over here, right?
There's lots available, but there's a lot that have been sold already.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about, you know, just starting. So, and a lot of times when, you know, they're already halfway sold, but their models just opened up. That's incredible to me. In fact, this weekend is the day their models are opening up. Pretty amazing to me. But here's what I think is so fascinating about this community. Look at their views. They don't have people in the backyards. So, you know, here's lot 36, lot 37. You may see those later. Did I run over somebody?
No.
Okay, well, I have insurance. So, this is what I think is really, look at that one.
Yeah.
I love corner lots. But, this has got to be the community center.
Uh-huh.
That's the community center.
Yeah, with the mailboxes.
Yeah, with the mailboxes. Yeah. So, they're going to be putting a pool in there and all that kind of stuff. So, there's the models. And I'm going to pull out my trusty clipboard and be showing you the whole area. So we're going to be looking at 2 models today, and then we'll go and see if we can see some inventory, where it is. It's certainly not been built yet. So let's go. Let's park on. Let's go in here on the dirt. The big grand opening today, and who's bringing it to you but Victor Naraki? Okay, so, all right, so let me show you some info here. We got the Highgate Centex model. Oh my Lord. One thing I didn't point out, there's 2 builders in here. Okay. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we're going to look at 2 models. The Highgate model is one of their models, and Highgate. The Highgate is 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Starting price is $376. Starting price.
Ethan Van Dyne says, "Love these videos, Victor. What's the name of this community?"
CAGAN Crossing. CAGAN Crossing.
He said, "This time next year we hope to be in Florida. Clermont is one of 3 towns." And Clermont's a good choice. I mean, Clermont, Winter Garden, Windermere.
There's a lot of excellent communities depending on where your home is. So I like to stay away from, and I think most buyers like to stay away from the commercial side, the side that allows short-term rental. So you want to make sure that your community itself maybe doesn't allow for short-term rental. And the reason being is that you won't know your neighbors and they could be loud at night. And that's what I think is the big thing that you want to consider.
Yeah, and I can verify that because when we lived and I know this isn't Florida, but when we lived in New Hampshire, we lived in a short-term rental neighborhood, and we had one house in particular that had, on multiple occasions, 10 or 15 people staying for the weekend. And that's not one night of loud partying, that's an entire weekend. So
yeah, my
strong suggestion, I to back up what Victor said, is make sure that if you're looking at even thinking about buying, that you're not in a short-term rental neighborhood, preferably.
Yeah. So let's go in and let's take a look at these models. I'm going to be looking at them for the first time. Very excited about that. And then we're going to go look at some places that are going to be inventory, and we actually have pricing. Imagine that. I have pricing on these things as opposed to just going, hey, this is a really nice month. How much is this going to be? Well, add this, add that, add this. No, it's pricing. So let's go.
Yeah, so that's funny that you said that, Ethan. Originally, I'm from North J, Maine. We moved here. We moved to New Hampshire about 10 or 11 years ago. And then Victor finally talked me into moving down here. So
I tried to talk him out of living too close to me.
Ethan says Windermere and Celebration are the other 2.
Absolutely. Throw Winter Garden in there too.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Definitely.
I live in Winter Garden, and I am so happy. I wish I had found it 8 years ago. Not that I didn't enjoy living in Celebration. I really did enjoy living in Celebration. I just felt for my bang for my buck, I could never get what I have in Celebration. It would be $1 million plus to have 2,800 square feet with a pond view. And I also have the fireworks. But I do love it, but there is only one Celebration. There's only one. It is an amazing area. It's got some problems to it, but I always tell people about it so they're not surprised when they get there.
He said we'll do. We looked into Serenity Townhomes. He also says, okay, we loved downtown Winter Garden when we were there last month. Yeah, downtown Winter Garden is beautiful, but I'm going to tell you, don't overlook southern Winter Garden. And the reason I say that is because I live there.
Well, when people go, and I had a customer do this just about a year ago, and they said, oh, well, we're going to look around first, Victor. We don't want to waste your time. We want to get an idea of the communities. And I said, well, check out Winter Garden, check out Clermont. And they came back about 2 days later. I said, so what did you think about Winter Garden? They go, I can't believe you recommended Winter Garden to me, Victor. What were you thinking? And I went, did you check out the right place in Winter Garden? They were like, yeah, we went down this road, this road. I'm like, oh my God, no. No wonder why you thought that. By the way, you have the camera in upside down. Is there a black area at the bottom of the screen?
I did that so the microphone's over here.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. That's.
They won't be able to hear you if I have it flipped.
Yeah, actually you do, but I didn't think that was fun. So anyway, so here we are. We're gonna see.
What's going on, my friend?
Hey, Carlos!
I love your mask.
I think of you every time I'm on the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really? I hope it's a good thing.
Hello? I'm here now. Okay.
Phone.
Yes.
And actually, I'm going to turn the Bluetooth off on the phone too. That's what we should do next time. There we go. All right, we're back. We're back. I don't know what happened, but
Well,
I think we're back. Can you guys see us okay? Just give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know.
Trying to remember what her name is.
Yeah.
They gotta wear their badges. I always forget. I know Carlos because I've been in communication with him. And I think of him on the Pirates of the Caribbean because they go, Carlos, don't be chicken.
All right. Yeah, they can hear us again. They can see us again. So I don't know if they lost us because we walked in the building or what happened.
Sometimes in these buildings, it's the radiant barrier in the roof. And now the radiant barrier, there's different thoughts on it. Some people say it's great because it reduces the temperature in the home, and other people say that it also boils the tiles on the roof, and it reduces the lifespan of the roof. I say, well, one of the things I like is we've got to go and I'll run ahead and look at that in a little bit. But,
okay.
I didn't realize they were opened up yet. Let's go see the Daniel model first. Because it looks like there's not a lot of people living there. Now, the Daniel model is about just under 1,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and they start at $363. Now, let me see if they have any inventory that's going to be much.
4 bedrooms, 2 baths, start at $363.
Yes. Now they have one that's available that's going to be total all in $381. So $381 for 1,500 square feet.
And that's all in.
All in inventory price. Yeah, and they've already started it. So let's see when they're going to complete. Completed by December, February, around there. So it's a 3-month window. Let's see how we're doing.
Well, this is nice.
I know.
Look at the top. Look at that.
Ooh.
I like it.
The other thing is they're showing without a refrigerator, and the reason is refrigerators are generally not included. In this market, they're not included. 2 reasons for that: to reduce the cost of the house, also because they consider refrigerators to be a very personal item. People, I hate the refrigerator that I bought. Because I thought, oh wow, I got the tray underneath, and I don't like that anymore. So they're a very personal item for you. Go with French door all the way down. That's what I said. Anyway, so this is a bedroom. Obviously, here it's the design center. And then these are the 2 other bedrooms. So 4-bedroom house with 2 baths. Now, a lot of people always say, they want an office, so you use one of the bedrooms as an office.
There's a laundry room.
Any questions coming up? And
Yeah, if you guys have questions, definitely throw them in the comments so I can get them to Victor. I wasn't attentive with that for a little while. There's a bathroom. And there's another bedroom. This is kind of a mirror, well, not a mirror image of the other bedroom. It's similar though. Similar.
Yeah, because this one has let's see what kind of closet this has.
The nursery.
Oh.
Cute
So
nursery.
I wouldn't say this is a walk-in closet, even though you can, because it is, it's got about probably 4 feet of hanging space on it. So, but it's a pretty good size for a kid, So. And this would be the garage here. People always ask me, is it 2-car garage? Everybody's building with 2-car garage. The only place I haven't seen a 2-car garage is in some townhouses.
Keep in mind a 2-car garage down here compared to a 2-car garage in New England.
Mm-hmm.
Just for an example, you're going to use more of that garage space down here than you would in New England because you have a basement in New England or in northern states, I guess is a better way to put it.
And then here is the owner's suite, primary bedroom.
Owner's suite.
Owner's suite. So it does have a.
That's nice.
Oh, you're good. Got to figure it out that mic. So it does have a step-in shower. Dual vanity. Let's see what that is. These are basic aristocrat. These are basic, but they're nice. And does have a.
Wow.
This is a 8-foot closet space. I always say that you can use every inch of it.
Yeah, that's just nice.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah. Not for my shirts.
Oh God.
Here
we go with the shirts again.
I need more room for my shirts. Now here is a.
You having a fight with the door?
Yeah, because it's not doing it the way it usually does. It might be locked.
Oh, is it not? Yeah, maybe it's.
Lock off. Lock. No, it's locked. Okay, it's permanently locked. Okay, so.
But that's a nice lanai. You can see the lanai from here pretty well.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
It's on this side. Okay, so this is what I like about this community a lot is that look down here. All these homes face trees or some type of nature area. There's a pond back there. There's a pond over there. So all of these homes basically have some sort of conservation view in the back, which is a nice feature. You don't really see that in a lot of communities such as Winter Garden, where you do have a lot of back-to-back homes. Just something to think about. Any comments?
Not much.
No
comments.
Okay.
No comments.
If I'm so happy with everything I'm showing them.
You guys like this, or do you want to see? Do you want to see anything else within the house that I might have missed? Do you want me to go back to any of the rooms?
Now, this is not a. What they're showing here is, you've got granite countertops, And let's go look at this quality.
Yeah,
This is the 4th bedroom, but they've set it up as a design center. So basically what they're doing is you get packages, and they're going to tell you on the ones that are being built, they're going to show you, okay, this is what we've already determined is going to be inside the home. So that's it. That's your choice. There's no choice to it. Those are the selections that have been made. So
Kimberly Mazzo Snow says, nice home with 4 bedrooms in a 1,600 square foot home. Are the bedrooms on the smaller side?
yes, they're about 10 each, 10 foot square.
10 by 10, yeah.
10 by 10.
Yeah.
You know, no more than that. That's all they are. Unfortunately, that's about it. But
That seems to be pretty common down here, though. That's not.
when you're under 2,000 square feet,
Yeah.
That's what the bedrooms are going to be. When you start going up, they start increasing the sizes, and they're usually about 12 foot square. You know, but one thing to remember is most kids have twin size beds. You know, so you could still put bunk beds in this room and have enough space for a desk or 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, all this wall would be a desk, maybe one dresser. But yeah, so and then if you did something like a trundle bed, something like that. But yeah, they're on the smaller side. You know, to be honest with you.
Nice high ceilings. I mean, you do have nice high ceilings.
Yeah, this is probably 9 foot 4 inches.
Yeah.
And here is the laundry room. They, you know, some of them do include laundry machines. I just had this occur with a customer where they were concerned that they didn't have a laundry machine or a refrigerator, and I said, unfortunately, that's common right now.
Yep.
And here's the thing. I would suggest buying it on your own as opposed to buying the appliances and things like that through the builder. And the reason is that increases the price and increases your taxes. Do you want to be taxed on your refrigerator for the next 30 years?
That's a valid point. That's a really good point.
That is why you don't do things like, oh, we'll have the builder put in the pool. Because you're going to be taxed on that forever.
Deborah Kavanaugh says, is this a 55 and over community?
It is not. It is not a 55 or over community. No, it's not. But we do allow them to come in here. Yeah. So, but I love, look at this. These homes here, we've got to go take a look at these lots in a second. So we're going to go into the Highgate model. Now, the Highgate is also 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, but it's a little bit more square footage. So we'll see the difference in here as well. Very nice. We had it sold to one of my customers, and I'm very, very happy. Ooh, I love this. Hey, Carlos. Anyway, so now see, obviously this is directly what I was saying just a little while ago. The extra square footage comes in the bedrooms. You could not this is probably a full-size bed, but you couldn't have fit that in that room we just saw.
Right.
So this is definitely a little bit more square footage than that.
Yeah.
You have a dresser here and a desk and probably a full-size bed.
Yeah, this is much better for a kid's room.
You know, I will tell you, keeping the bed low like this is so much better for some kids when they're shorter. And for me, I can put my feeties on the ground. But it also makes the room look a little bigger too. To have it nice and low rather than the high mattresses all the way up. Yeah, and then this one's got a little character to it, but this is probably a full-size bed as well, not a queen. But you got room for 2 dressers and well, this is definitely a little desk. This is a little desk. But you could also put a dresser in here too. And if you went with a twin-size bed, definitely a lot more room. You know what I like is the beds that have the storage underneath. That is really good.
Very useful. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would think of that for a room like this when you have limited space.
Corey Rupert, sorry, I'm just popping in and we'll have to watch the replay. Thank you for these very helpful presentations.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Love doing it. Just as much as Kevin loves filming. Now this, oh my God, see now this is, I like this kitchen. Oh my God, I love this kitchen. I love the color too. I think gray is always in style.
Now, does this
this is not
come with the refrigerator?
What?
Does this come with that refrigerator?
I'm gonna say it's only for the model.
Yeah.
And they're giving out these great cookies today.
Diet
Cookies. Diet cookies.
No.
Yes, they're diet cookies. Anyway, so okay, so now look how much you get more with the extra square footage because now we're talking about this starting at $376 and for the Highgate, and the other one was the what? The Daniel. Okay, so the difference is only about 15,000, but you get all this more square footage, and I love this model. Now this is obviously, this has a gourmet kitchen. There's other. So this is the Highgate. Let's see if they have any Highgates that are available.
That is very retro.
Highgates. They have a Highgate available for $415.
$415.
Yes. Okay. So covered lanai. Doesn't say if it's a gourmet kitchen or not. Okay. So let's look at the primary bedroom. So this is a queen's, I'm sorry, this is a king size bed.
Yes.
It's a king size bed. If I was to, because of a limited space you have in Florida, we don't have attics and things like that, I would honestly make this a, with the bed with storage underneath. That would be so helpful.
Joanne Williams said, love no sink in the island, in the kitchen.
Oh,
like having
that's an interesting point. Very observant. Let's go back and look at that. So good size closet space here. It's got the higher ceilings. So this is obviously over 10 feet.
Yeah.
But what I would do is put extra storage up here, like make this a little stronger and put storage containers. This is where you could store your Christmas items.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a very good size closet.
And I will tell you, now this is usually an extra added expense. I remember a customer wanting a seat in their shower, and I think this is a great little thing because
it has a little step down too.
Sit down so you could, yes, and that's great too because it keeps the water inside.
Yeah.
Now, but anyway.
And they have the toilet separate from.
Yeah.
From the rest of the bathroom. That's interesting. So you wanted to talk about the sink,
Let's go look at that. Let's go look at that. Joanne pointed that out. Hello.
Cool.
So yes, But when you do this, you have to have the window in front of you. Oh, I'm gonna get one of these cookies. Anyway, so, yeah, so, this is what I was saying. I do not like my refrigerator. Because it's got this stuff in the end. It always seems like you're looking into a bucket to find your stuff. But anyway, great cabinetry here too. So this is what I was saying about the difference in cabinetry. This is the dovetail construction. I'm a broken record on this. You've seen my cast. I always mentioning this. I always say this is a selling point that you can mention if you're selling a home in a couple of years. You know, dovetail construction on your cabinetry. So let us step outside for a second. We've got a good signal.
I've got let's see. I've got a couple things here. I've got Stuck in the 80s says Victor. That's
Stuck in the 80s. I love this.
that's extremely good advice about the appliances, pool, and taxes. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yes, that is something we can always should always talk about.
Before we leave, Joanne.
Don't forget, you're going to if you live in here permanently, you're going to be homesteading, which is going to virtually lock in your taxes for only limited increase if it's your primary residence. So it's very important to look at bringing down your sales price as much as possible.
So Joanne Williams says, could we please see inside the pantry?
Sure.
I will do my best for you, Joanne. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Oh. See, now this I think is wasted space a lot of the times. So what I would do is I would get the shelving a little bit more in here.
Yeah.
So you can really take advantage of the whole area.
Yeah, you would want. I would want shelving on the sides as well as that back. But this is. I would say that's probably a good 7 feet long. It's longer than I am tall.
Yeah.
And it's tall. I mean, the high ceilings in here in general. So, yeah, you could make a lot of use out of that.
Come on, get these cookies. This is boxes of cookies. Let's get these out this far.
Oh, we didn't even show the lanai yet.
Yeah, let's show it. I will tell you, one of the things I always think is of a good design of the home is that they put a covered lanai, because in Florida you really want to sit outside. Okay. In my old home in Celebration, if I wanted to sit outside, it was all open. There was no covered area. And in these 4.5 years that I lived there, I not once went outside and sat outside. Now, with my new home, I am out there at least once a day. At least once a day for 15, 20 minutes. My cat goes out there with me. We sit outside. Sometimes I watch the fireworks, but I am out there a lot. And it's really, so having it easy to screen in and having the view is really, really important. If you're sitting out there and you're looking into someone else's yard, that's not really that attractive. So I always say it's a great thing to have the extra. Okay, what am I doing here that's wrong that I didn't do on the other one? Okay, this way, that. There we go.
Corey Rubricht says, our new. Yeah, probably a good idea.
You know what time it is?
It is 1:32.
Oh, beautiful. We're going to be going to about 2:15.
All right, so Corey says, are new constructions moving away from microwaves over the stove and have actual exhaust over them?
No. You're going to find that that is a gourmet kitchen, and they're always going to have a model available that's going to have the microwave over the stove. And that's going to have the exhaust that just filters the air. you know, what's funny is I use my stove, but I don't really know how often I turn on that exhaust. I think if you're a real cooker and you're going to be brewing things for a long time, and you want to keep the smell out of your house, like, you know, yeah, you definitely, if you're cooking bacon, you want to have that exhaust on, definitely.
Let's see. Becky Simonson says, "Is there room for a pool here?"
Yes. Yes. Now, I love when people ask me this question, because if this was a resale home, I would say I have absolutely no idea. And the only way to find out is to get the survey of the home, show it to a pool builder, and ask them if there's a yes or no answer to that. Then pull a permit and um, and and order a pool. The thing is, when you're buying a home, he's loud. Anyway, when you're buying a home, the only way to know is to pull a permit, unless it's a new construction. And most new constructions will keep in mind that a lot of people will want pools, bearing in mind that only 1 in 10 are going to buy a pool. But nobody wants to buy a home that's it and be told, you can't put a pool here, because that's a rarity. And they will usually tell you in advance if there's no room for a pool. So, can you put a pool? Absolutely.
I think that, unless we have other questions, do we have any other questions, you guys? Anything you want to, just general questions you want to ask? Or
Yeah, this builder has some homes available. And we're going to drive by at the end and go look at some of the lots where they're available. And, you know, just walk through them and stuff like that. Just see the lot before we leave today. So that'll be towards the end. I'm going to go check out the other construction builder, because there's 2 builders in this community.
I've got 2 questions that came in.
Good.
Corey wants to know, he says, "Thank you. Are you allowed to screen in the covered area
Sure.
/ porch?"
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay. And then Angel.
And you can also extend it and do things like that. Generally, when it's in your backyard, you just want to tell the HOA you're doing something. But it's your backyard. You can do basically what you want with it.
Yeah.
Screening it in is easy, and it's probably one of the options. But here's the thing. Again, you want to screen it in and pay $1,500. That's going to be on your taxes for the rest of your life.
Yep.
So it's kind of better to do it later on. But, you know, if you want, you know, with me, I screened mine in right away. And I also got the gourmet kitchen and all that stuff right at the get-go, even though I knew it was going to be in my taxes every year.
So it really comes down to personal preference in a
really
way.
Does.
Yeah.
It really
Angel Velasquez says,
Yes.
Do your taxes go up when you have a pool installed?
I don't like to do, that's really a tax question, but what I have heard is if you do improvements to your house, it's not considered something it's not considered on your taxes once you have homesteaded. So once you've locked it in. So I presented this to a customer recently and they said, no, I want the pool. And it was like, it was $100,000 pool. And yes, it was it's going to be on their taxes every year. But if they had homesteaded, what I am told is no.
Now, that homesteading rule, is that, from what you understand, is that across the board in Florida, or is that just here?
In Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah, so that is, and that's what everybody says, but I am not a tax advisor.
Right.
I am not in charge of your taxes. I like to keep that separate.
And he's not giving you financial advice in any way,
giving
shape, or form.
Disclaimer. But yes, that's what I've been told a million times over by builders and everybody. But I like to see it in writing, and there's no way to get that in writing. So anyway,
I think that pretty much is the questions we've had here. But I will add one thing to this, because of this location. I love this location because it's so close to Walmart. And as you saw when we were pulling in here, you've got Publix right down the road. You've got Walmart right down the road. You've got Lowe's 2 seconds from here. If you're a home improvement person like I am, Lowe's is right there.
Yeah,
So
I know.
there's some really good features here.
And it's far enough away that you don't see it. But I know when you're a new homeowner, I was in Lowe's every single day looking for something. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's great to have it right there.
Do you know how crazy it drove me? I only had to drive like 15, 20 minutes. But when you're doing that 15, 20-minute drive, like every day for 2 weeks on end, you get tired of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, but and to Walmart, if you're a Walmart shopper, we're having it right there is really nice.
Attention, Walmart shoppers. The blue light special on this home.
I really like this layout because, hey, people are getting.
I thought you were calling me.
Yeah, just so you know.
How you doing? Nice to meet you guys.
Okay, good to see you.
Welcome.
So, yeah, it's this is a nice layout. And people are getting away from the formal dining area, which this obviously doesn't have. But it does have enough area. There's 8 seats right here for people to eat. Not all together, but there's 8 seats.
But yeah, I mean, even that, I mean, that's semi. I call it semi-formal, really. I mean, it's kind of included in the kitchen area, but
No, it's a kitchen, no.
yeah.
Okay.
So, let's see what we got. Stuck in the 80s says, is it expensive to screen in a lanai like the one in this house?
I would say no more than $1,500 from what I've heard. And that would give you a door too. You need a door. And
Because it's already got a roof, so.
now here's what's interesting about doing it that I didn't know. Okay. When I screened my lanai in, I asked the price and they said, when I was building the home, and they said $1,500. So I was like, oh, all right, $1,500. How much less could it cost? I'll do it, now. Well, when I was watching it being built, I mentioned it to the electrician. Oh, it's going to be screened in, and they said, oh, if it's going to be screened in, we need to put another plug on the outside. Luckily, I was there, and I told him about it because I totally would have missed it. And he went and he put in another plug. So it was nice having it done with the construction because I would have not gotten that plug outside, which, by the way, I use a lot now.
By the way, Victor, just so we can run over it one more time, somebody asked what the model name is here. Can you give us the model name, the price, and the bedroom square footage, etc.?
Okay. This one is the, oh, why am I not getting it? Okay. Hold on. It's not the spruce, it's the Highgate model.
Yeah, Highgate.
Now, they have this many different models here. So to choose from. Going up to a 2-story white stone, which I just did a video on recently, and I'll be posting it soon. I'll be posting another video of it. But I was at this builder last week looking at the white stone model. So we're talking about $431. There, it was a lot higher.
Yeah.
So, but that's basic. That's going to be with granite countertops, basic cabinetry, basic flooring, entry level. Now, I've had customers tell me this: give me everything basic. I don't care because I'm the guy who's going to come in and rip everything out and redo it with top end stuff and do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I say great because, as I said earlier, it's not in your taxes every year.
Yeah.
And you can do it the way you want. You can pick from 1,000 different colors instead of 20.
I love that retro piece over there on the wall. It's so cool. Looks like one of those old record players.
Let's go outside. I'm going to run to the next. I think Tina is working next door. I think I just saw her. So, and she apparently just come over here. So, I'm going to go run over there. And then, so once you hang out here. And
all right.
What time do you have?
I have. What time do I have? Hold on. Oh, we lost the balloon. It is 1:42 p.m. right now. How long do you want to keep going, Victor?
We're going to go no more than until 2:15. We're going to turn off at
All right, we're going to shut down at 2:15. Well, I'll just walk you guys around out here a little bit in the heat. Yeah, that's the Lowe's right ahead of us. Yep. Yep. Walmart and Lowe's are literally in the same parking lot here, and they are right on the other side of that gate. You literally, I don't think you could live any closer to Lowe's than here. So yeah, if you guys don't know who I am, my wife actually runs WDW Travels. Go check her out, wdwtravels.com. It's a blog, not a vlog, but she is going to be starting to vlog more from what I understand. We're getting our annual passes to Disney this Wednesday. So we'll be in the parks more. But yeah, I'm just kind of helping out Victor here. We moved down here from New Hampshire back about, oh my goodness, it's almost been 3 months now. Subdivision name here. Subdivision name, I don't know. That's a good question. I know there's 2 builders in here. There's Centex and there's Meritage Homes. I can find out when Victor comes back out, Paul. That alone is a reason to move there. Yeah. Yep. We are actually in CAGAN Crossings. This whole area here. So actually, I guess that would be called the subdivision. This is CAGAN Crossings, or part of CAGAN Crossings. CAGAN Crossings itself kind of goes out through there, and there's some other areas too. Let me.
Both go for about $425.
Just follow Victor here. Ooh.
This is why I've entered real estate, apparently. They have cookies everywhere.
Cookies.
We'll come back in a second and get one of those. Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate it. I've worked with Tina before. I'm glad to see her back here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably don't know if I've met you. Probably have around. Yeah. Thank you so much. You don't have water, do you? Great. Thank you so much. Okay, water and free cookies. Come on, let's go. Now, these are about $425, and they're an inventory builder. So
now we did, before we get going, Victor, I did get a couple questions. So the first question is, and this is something that I've been trying to figure out, and these are both kind of related to the same thing, which is this subdivision.
Yeah.
It's called CAGAN Crossings, right?
yes.
But CAGAN Crossings goes beyond just this little
CAGAN Crossing is an area. It's a region, just like Champions Gate. Champions Gate, there's a big section called Champions Gate. Then there's a community called Champions Gate. I always thought it should be called Champions Gate Vista, Champions Gate something. But yeah, they call it CAGAN Crossing, even though it's a whole section of CAGAN Crossing. Yeah. So this is an inventory builder. Now, a lot of the builders are going inventory right now and not allowing you, which means everything's been picked for you. If you like what they've picked, great. If you don't, move on to another home. Like, for example, let's say it's going to have this color cabinets, this type of kitchen, this type of flooring. So inventory builder. And look at this. Sky Bell, sort of like the Ring doorbell, already installed. It ticks me off when I see this because my house really didn't have this option unless I paid another $2,500 for it. Oh, this is the Yellowstone model. I'm going to have to come back here and do videos of these 4 models. I'm very excited by this.
Smells great in here. Well, it smells great.
So, wow.
The bathroom here.
Put out some nice goodies. I'm telling you.
Oh my God! What?
Anyway, so we got a nice kitchen here. Now this is a more like, I kind of like this because this is the more, you have to you got something you can entertain people with here with this kitchen. So you could entertain more than you could in the past house that we just saw. So obviously covered lanai area, but you could when you screen this in, you could extend it, and it's not that much money. It really isn't.
Deborah wants to know. She said, "So is there a 55 plus in CAGAN crossings?"
No, just apartments.
Ah.
Just apartments.
Gotcha.
Not where you can own. There is a community not too far from here, which is over 55, where I've actually sold 7 homes in, and I'm waiting on 3 customers for some units to become available in there. Everything is selling so quickly that, but in CAGAN Crossing area, right here, none, no. You have to go about 5 miles north, and it's a beautiful community. If you want, email me. You can find my email at disney@yourdoorstep.com, and you can email me there, and I can tell you more information about it and sign you up. So this is a good sized bedroom. You figured they'd put the TV right there where the mirror is. I put this over here and then put a TV right there. Oh my gosh. Now, they probably did this for display, that there's no doors on it, but to show you how big it is. But this is a good sized closet. I like it without the doors.
Actually, I don't know. Would they do that? I mean,
sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, because you could put a door right there that would separate it.
Yeah, they're just doing it for display.
Yeah, this is good. It's a good sized bathroom, regardless. I mean, good enough.
With step-in shower, and these are about $425. But remember,
but hold on. But with this huge walk-in closet, which I didn't even really walk in here, but this is a good sized walk-in closet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are going for about $425. But remember, it's with this lot.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to tell you something about lot premiums. Okay, you go to Winter Garden, you even go to St. Cloud. There is an area in St. Cloud where they're charging for pond view like $110,000. So it really is quite. It really is quite huge amount of money to spend. Let's go to the next model, and we'll drive around and see if we see any inventory homes. I'm going to take advantage of my free water. Okay.
Oh, we didn't show the laundry room.
We didn't go upstairs.
No, we didn't. There's an upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a laundry room. And oh wait, is this the pantry? Or is this just a laundry closet.
Any questions?
I don't see any questions, you guys. If you got anything at all, throw it up there in the chat and I'll read it up to Victor and we'll get you an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
This is cute. I like this layout. So here we have the family room. So downstairs would be the living room. This would be the family room. And you've got 1, 2, 3 additional bedrooms for $425. Okay, you cannot get this at this price in Winter Garden.
Nope.
$425,
Never.
All inclusive. And this is Meritage Homes. One of my favorite builders because they use spray foam insulation. Okay, look right here.
Yeah, you can see it.
Right while I was talking about it. Remember we were talking about the radiant barrier? This is what they use for their barrier. Your electric bills here are going to be, look at that, 75 degrees in the attic. Holy moly. And how much is it in the house? Look at this. 74 degrees. An average attic would be about 110.
Oh yeah, well,
over 100.
over
Over
100.
100. And that's because of the spray foam insulation. My customers who have purchased within Meritage communities have really good electric bills, and they're able to enjoy themselves and reduce the temperature to what they really is comfortable.
Couple questions.
Sure.
BNP says, which builder does block-on-block construction? I know there are probably more than one.
Not this builder.
Oh.
Not this builder. This builder is this. The one that it does is D.R. Horton, but there's a give and take with every builder. Okay, and now there are some builders that put spray foam insulation into the blocks. That's their niche. Okay, there's some that use block on block. That's their niche, and there's some that use spray foam insulation. If you found a builder that did all of that, your price point would go up 10%, 20%. So what is important to you? Is it hurricanes? You go with the block on block. If it's electric bills, you go here. If it's electric bills, you go with the one that uses a spray foam insulation in the blocks. And you also, because the spray foam insulation in the blocks prevents little critters from running through your walls, you know. So everyone has their different niche, but the cheap builders don't have any. They have nothing. And I try to steer people away from them, because what they also do is use the cheapest parts possible. So while the home passes inspection, right? It does pass inspection. It doesn't have features. The features included in the home are lower quality.
So we've got a
But
couple.
it's cheap price.
We've got a couple other questions.
Great. I hope that answered everybody's question.
Or Corey said about the spray foam. He said that's amazing and an incredible feature. Stuck in the 80s said, is cooling off a two-story home more expensive than a one-story at the same square footage?
Yes, it is more expensive. Yeah.
Now
some will have two air conditioners included.
Yeah.
Like my home is 2 stories and it has 2 air conditioners. I don't think I could have purchased it with just one. And you know, and so, but if you have, that's why I love this builder. This is one of my favorites because of the spray foam. And I would love to see this in a, you know, in a 1-story. Oh my gosh, your electric bills would be nothing.
So Corey actually asked again, he said, are you allowed to install solar products? I'm assuming he means your own solar products.
Yes. Here's the thing. An HOA cannot prevent you from installing solar panels. They can't. It's really against the law for them to prevent you from doing something like that. You do have to tell them, you know, you're doing it, you know, because you're going to be having construction crews around. But, you know, yeah, no, you can't. They can't prevent you from having, you know. Now, I've been doing the pricing on mine because my home is new. My electric bills are very low and very reasonable. And I'm getting electric bills in the 130s for the summer, which is amazing to me because I got 2 air conditioners going.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So, and I looked at how much it would cost me to buy, you know, what I want, and that would be more than $130 a month.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm thinking, no, I'm not doing it.
I'm running about $150 a month for a 2-story with 2,000 square feet with 1 air conditioner.
What do you bring your temperature down to though?
About 75, 74, 75,
No,
something like that.
Far from that.
So.
I keep mine a little warm and have the ceiling fans going all day long.
Yeah. No, we don't run any ceiling fans typically, but so 150 seems to be like the general average for 2,000 square feet that I'm hearing. Maybe a little bit more if you run your AC colder, but. Whoop.
All right, and now we're done with the homes, and we're going to just look at some lots and tell you what the prices are. Oh. Great.
I'll hang out here for a second. Eric, I'll ask him when he comes back out. You know, I know Meritage is one that he would recommend because they were touring here. I know that Centex is one that he would recommend because we're touring there as well. Oh, I got to follow through him.
They love the spray foam. Yeah. I'm going to come back one day. You're open every day, right? Okay, I'm going to come back one day and do videos of each house. Thank you.
So we did have a question, Victor.
Yeah.
They said, what builders... This is going to be a trick. Whoop. This is going to be tricky. They wanted to know what builders you recommend.
Okay. My favorite builders. I'll tell you which ones I don't recommend. No, I won't. I do like this builder, Meritage Homes, because of the spray foam insulation. I like MI Homes. I like DR Horton. I like K. Havnanian. I live in Ashton Woods, and honestly, that house is top notch. I love it. I love it. I haven't had one problem.
Centex?
Centex is, yes, absolutely. We're here right now. Centex has been very good to my customers. You know, every house is going to have some kind of issue usually after you buy. And you want to see how, you don't know how responsive they're going to be. I know that with my customers at DR Horton, they've been very, very happy.
So typically that's what you look for is a responsive builder, somebody who's going to take care of the problem when you have one. That's kind of seems to be the biggest.
Oh, exactly.
The biggest factor.
I have one builder that a year later, they're still rectifying situations that were supposed to be done the day of closing. They actually said to my buyers, this will be done yesterday. Well, guess what? Yesterday was what? A year and a half ago now. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I can't believe it. And what can I do? And in another community, they strong-armed my customer into closing that day. Because I went there and we were supposed to, a week before we had a walkthrough where we blue tape things. Anything that's a problem, you blue tape. And we got there that day, and I bet you this buyer is, and we got there that day at closing day. So I really should, I've learned from that to do it the day before. And there's still the blue tapes all up. Nobody's done anything. And I said, well, we're not closing today. And they said, yes, you are. The woman's personality completely changed and was strong-arming us. And what's my customer going to do? Go and hire an attorney? And now eventually that builder did fix all the issues. And they also put in the cheapest air conditioner they can find. And they put it in such a precarious position that I don't know how they changed the filters. So, that's what you lose when you go with an inexpensive builder.
Mm.
So it was pretty bad. Did you grab a cookie?
Oh, I did, yeah. You bet I did.
All right, so let me get the clipboard. All right, so we're going to see a couple more houses.
Aaron Wright says hi, Victor.
Who? Oh, yes, Aaron Wright. Love watching my videos. She's the best. 48. Lot 48. Okay, we're going to see if we see lot. Okay, lot 43, 45, 40. Yeah, we're going to see these numbers. So we're going to go right down the street. We're just going to see them. We're going to go into one or two, and I'm going to tell you the prices. Well, that's good. I got to figure out this microphone. I'm really upset. $200, and now it's way past the. Okay.
All right.
All right. So this is, let's just see if you see any lot numbers. Lot 54, lot 71, lot 72. We're looking for
72. Then. Oh yeah. 73.
52. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close.
Yeah, because we've got available right here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Two of them right there.
40. This is lot 45.
Is that available?
Yes. This is a Daniel model, 381. Okay, so let's go out and go in there. And then lot 43. So we're going to see these two houses, and then we'll be done for the day.
We've got a couple questions coming in.
Oh, good.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, stuck in the 80s. Says
Stuck in the 80s.
It's very reassuring that Victor looks out for his clients by steering them to reputable builders. Let me tell you something. I have only known Victor. I've only known Victor a couple of years now, and yeah, no, I'm being. He's being funny about it, but I'm being serious. I can tell you that as much as I hated, honestly, Victor's approach at the beginning, because I thought he would, no, listen. I thought he was trying to steer me like every other realtor into something that, oh my God, it's, he's trying to ramp me up into something where I'm going to be spending $500,000. Really, the case was, it's not that he's trying to get you to spend more. What he's trying to get you to do is get into a place that you're going to be happy. And
based on your needs and your financial limitations.
Right. He honestly, I didn't want to listen to him. I didn't want to listen to him at first. I wanted to go to Davenport. I wanted to go to Dundee. I wanted to go to any place where I could save a buck. But the fact of the matter was, this is my forever home. And I'm not just buying some place to live there and maybe like it and then sell it. So when I tell you that if you think Victor is being obtuse about how the prices are, or yes you should steer away from this place no matter how much you love it, you should probably listen to him. And I know that sounds nuts, but I've been there and I've made that mistake, and thankfully I turned around and I actually listened to him. So my yeah, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. But yeah.
Now, I want to move ahead. Thank you so much. But in these homes, this is where they would tell you can't put a pool. Obviously.
Oh, you mean because that gator right there?
Yes. I wouldn't buy this lot. But this one would be at 381. Okay. So now I want to talk to you something about steering people places. There's a couple of builders that will not give us commissions. Okay. So I will tell people, listen, I'm not getting a commission from this. You have to go by yourself.
Right. He will tell you if he's not getting a commission. And I promise you that, because there were 2 cases where he told me, Kevin, you can do whatever you want to do, but I won't make a buck on the deal.
And the thing is about that is, when you're talking about agents, I would rather be upfront with people and say, listen, I'm not getting a commission on this. They are taking advantage of the financial environment right now and the conditions. And what they're doing is just, railroading us into not being able to accept, not taking a commission on it. That's insane. But you know what they're doing? Those unscrupulous agents are going, you don't want to live here. This is and that's a lie. Because that builder actually is a pretty good builder. So I don't do that. I will just be like, listen, you've picked something that I'm not getting a commission on. Here's the address. Go talk to her. She'll help you out. And that's it. Now, I could say to you, I'm going to increase, you're going to have to pay a premium to pay my commission on top of that. I don't know, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Nobody has extra money lying around. But if you're buying in Golden Oak, you can do it.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, that's the other thing you get with Victor that you won't find. I don't find it with as many other realtors, and I've met a few down here because I work in digital marketing. I can tell you that you probably won't Disney nearly as much as Victor, so he understands.
I understand. The thing is about loving Disney is I understand when you live here, you have to tell me what you're going to be doing. Are you going to be going to Disney like for a couple of hours? Like I'm going tomorrow to Epcot for a couple of hours at 5 o'clock. I'm going to see Ratatouille. I'm going to eat there. I'm going to leave, and, so, but if you think you're going to spend the whole day there, sure, you could live an hour or two away. That's fine. But if you're going to go there like the locals do, where we go for 3 rides and a quick service, and then we're out, so that's what I'm going to be doing when I talk to you is, how do you feel you're going to go to Disney? Are you going for the whole day? Or are you going for a couple of hours? Well, you don't want to drive an hour and a half to spend an hour and a half in the park.
Right, and that's the other thing too, is that I didn't realize when we were looking down here, a couple of things. One is that to drive from Clermont to the Disney World gate is 15 minutes ish. Then to go beyond that to get to, let's say, Magic Kingdom, you might be another 10 minutes out from the gate. So you got to take those things into account, and you also have to take traffic into account, because depending on where you live, if you're dealing with 192 traffic at 5 o'clock, it's a lot different than if you're going through there at 7 p.m. at night. So there are those things to kind of factor into.
Now this is a 2-story home, so it's got a little bit more space back here for possibly a pool. And this one's at 432. I like something with a little bit more land in the back. But you could probably put something right here. I could see that. It would be a spool.
Like a
spool. They call them the spools. They're
like the ones that you have at the Polynesian bungalows. The little. Yeah.
And then that house definitely has enough room for a pool in the backyard. One thing I like about 2-story homes is they give you more backyard.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely something that's hard to find down here, is to have no home sitting directly behind you or within view.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Generally, this is very much like the over 55 community that I sell up the street, where the majority of the homes have conservation views. Anyway, so does anybody have any more questions, anything else before we, this was a great broadcast. I love it. Perfectly.
18 people still watching. If you have any, let's see, BNP.
Remember to like and share. That is the community center right there. Very basic. The HOA fees here are, let me see.
BNP says less roof area in a 2-story. Peggy Blank says, any bears? I mean, there are bears around, but I haven't seen one. But then again, everybody says, oh, there's snakes in Florida. Oh, there's gators in Florida. You know what? I've been here 3 months and I've seen one gator, and I was looking for him because he was in celebration at the lake.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one snake.
I saw a gator in my backyard just about a couple days ago, and he was like this big. And it's the first time I've seen a little teeny one. He was really kind of cute.
Did you pick him up?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been feeding him. No, you're not supposed to feed them. You're not supposed to aggravate them.
Yeah, don't agitate the gators.
Yeah.
And stay out of the damn lakes. On Winter Garden, they have pigs. Yeah. The bears. Well, I mean, maybe some areas are more prone to them than others, but
up in the Panhandle, I've heard about them up there. But now we do have bobcats here. I've heard about bobcats.
Again, these are things you're probably not going to see unless you're out in the wilderness looking for them. Though, most of this area that where we are, you got to understand it's built up, and it's being built up enough that you're not going to run into these things. Snakes, yeah, you're going to see snakes. That's what I hear. But you know, you got to watch where you're stepping.
Tastes like chicken.
You just got to watch where you're stepping. Like, don't swim in the lakes, for God's sakes, unless you grew up here and you're not afraid of it.
Well, don't swim. Definitely don't swim in the ponds. The lakes, they say, are fine, but I've seen alligators in lakes.
Yeah.
I was up at Lake Apopka.
Yeah.
And I was looking over the deck, and sure enough, this like 9-foot gator came by.
Jesus.
It was huge. The thing is, they won't eat you, but they will drag you under the water and drown you.
Take you for a roll. Yeah.
They'll drown you under the water.
But we haven't. I mean, that again, like, you know, we've been here 3 months. We saw one gator. We haven't seen any snakes. We haven't seen any bears.
I've only seen one actually out walking.
But you know, keep in mind, everywhere you live, you're going to have some kind of critter. Doesn't matter whether you live in Florida, you live in New Hampshire. When I lived in New Hampshire, you had bears. You had bears everywhere. We had moose, you know, I mean.
Available 80. Oh, this is Meritage Homes. Okay.
Let's see, Corey says Peggy Blank only sun bears, LOL.
Yeah, I like, well, there's always the jamboree bears.
Peggy says, we will be there on the 4th of October. Give Victor a call if you're going to be around.
Yeah, if you're buying a house. If you're just looking, just look.
Oh,
go ahead and just look. I don't care. No. But you know what? If you're in the area, let me tell you this. If you're in the area and you're looking for 3 years out, I would be absolutely out of my mind if I showed you homes that were for sale by individuals. I kind of think that's very rude. When people go and look at the houses and they have no intention of buying. That's what open houses are for. But I will gladly tell you where this is located, where someone else is located, and go on your own, get an idea. And if they ask you if you're working with a realtor, give them my card.
Joanne
I'll gladly do that for you.
Joanne asked,
Joanne, good. Joanne Williams?
Yep.
Joanne Williams? We've got celebrities on this podcast.
She wants to know, what are the HOAs here?
117, and they include the community center and the gates.
Okay.
I personally like it when the homes are guard gated. But they're getting more advanced, these gates, so that people can't follow behind.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's you know.
Corey says, I'm currently in Virginia Beach, 4 blocks from the beach. We have coyotes, bobcats, and foxes every day. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And ALJ says, hi, Victor.
We even got hawks here, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got, if you have a little dog, you can't let it out without it being on a chain.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to be flying like a kite. Anyway, so.
Let's see. Aaron says, hello. ALJ says, hi, Victor. Hi, Aaron. Right. Hi, everyone. Joanne Williams says, thank you.
Okay. Tonight, I'm probably going to be live from my backyard, and then I'll be off for like a week or so. If you want to see fireworks, please always like and share the videos. I really appreciate that. Share it with, people who do podcasts and stuff like that, so they get to share it and everything. If you have any questions, just go to disneyatyourdoorstep.com. You can search properties. You can find my my email address. You find my other channels. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, you find YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much for watching today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all his links are down in the description, guys. And actually, if what's the one that you always give out? Disney at your doorstep.
DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. That goes to my link tree. It was your idea.
Yeah.
And it goes to my link tree that has all my links. So whatever you want. So, and anyway, great.
Oh, Angel says what time for the fireworks?
Fireworks start at
8:45.
So I usually get on like 5 minutes before.
Okay.
Sometimes I stay longer and talk about stuff, but it's only if there's a lot of questions. But usually, it's been
Aaron says looking forward to tonight's stream. Mickey Pooh says thanks. Thanks, Victor and Kevin. Hope you have a safe trip, Victor.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Hand that off to Victor.
Making the dream of a Disney lifestyle a reality. I'm Victor Naraki. Contact me on Facebook at Naraki Realtor or my website, celebratingflorida.com. Thanks for watching Disney at your doorstep.